Case summary. Case citation. Photo Production Limited v. Securicor Transport Limited, 1980 AC 827 Court, House of Lord, UK. Background facts. Claimant. Photo Production Limited. Defendant. Securicor Transport Limited. Photo Production Limited engaged Securicor Transport Limited to provide security services for their premises. Under the terms of their contract, Securicor was responsible for ensuring the security of Photo Production's premises, including guarding against theft. Despite this agreement, thieves managed to break into Photo Production's premises and steal a substantial amount of property. Photo Production sued Securicor for breach of contract, claiming damages for the losses incurred due to the theft. Argument. Claimant's argument. Photo Production argued that Securicor breached their contractual duty to provide adequate security services. They claimed that Securicor's failure to prevent the theft constituted a breach of their obligations under the contract. Defendant's argument. Securicor argued that they had fulfilled their contractual obligations to the best of their ability. They contended that the theft was a result of unforeseeable circumstances or the negligence of third parties for which they should not be held liable. Final outcome and legal justification. The House of Lords ruled in favor of Photo Production Limited, holding that Securicor had breached their contractual obligations to provide adequate security services. The court found that Securicor had failed to exercise reasonable care and skill in providing the agreed security services, which directly resulted in the theft at Photo Production's premises. Legal justification. Breach of contract. The court applied the standard principles of breach of contract, emphasizing that Securicor had a duty to provide security services with reasonable care and skill. The failure to prevent the theft constituted a breach of this duty. Implied terms. The decision implied terms of competence and diligence in the provision of security services, highlighting Securicor's failure to meet these implied obligations. Foreseeability of harm. The court considered the foreseeability of harm and the nature of the contract between Photo Production and Securicor, concluding that Securicor should have anticipated and prevented such a theft. Key concept implication. The case underscores the importance of fulfilling contractual obligations with reasonable care and skill, especially in service contracts where expertise and diligence are expected. It establishes that parties contracting to provide security services must exercise sufficient care to prevent foreseeable risks. Key learnings. Service providers must meet implied standards of competence and diligence in performing contractual obligations. Contractual liability can arise from failure to exercise reasonable care and skill even if harm is caused by third parties. Understanding the scope of implied terms and foreseeability of risks helps in assessing liability in contract disputes involving service provision.